Yo,
Yo.
yo, what is good, my boys? It is Tuesday, April 27th. We here with another day, another dollar. As you can see, Chris busting his ass at work right now. We here with an episode of Radical Souls Podcast. For the people that haven't seen, we talk sports, we talk sneakers, we talk music, culture. We here for it all, whatever you guys want to hear. So, I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ethan, and like Chris would say, subscribe, like, or comment. Or all three.
Yeah. And I'm at work today. I'm not going to snap on you guys. Gotta be professional. So please, like, comment, subscribe.
Ethan, socials, throw that out there.
TikTok, we're posting daily. We got some shoes coming in. We got some dunks coming in. You know, we won. And
One
Instagram,
out of 128.
And our Instagram, we're posting daily, active every day.
Word. So guys, Chris brought up a great topic last episode. He said we should do a mock NFL draft. That's what we're going to open with today. We go kind of just talk about what we should think is going to go down, who we think is going to go down, if we believe who's been talked about being picked already by some of these teams should be where they are. And, draft is on Thursday night, so we'll definitely get an episode on Friday of if we were right or wrong, and we'll see what happens from there. Got to talk basketball. Season is coming to a close, just like that winning streak of the Knicks came to a close last night. We're going to talk about what we saw there and just talk about what we see going down the line with some of these teams as the playoff races and play-in races are very close. And we'll wrap up with MLB as we saw over the weekend the Padres and Dodgers did not fail to excite yet again. So we're going to talk about a little beef that's going on there and just talk about the whole MLB in general and what we've seen early. So with that being said, let's get it.
Let's get it.
So Chris brought up the idea, mock draft. We're here to do this mock draft. Now I have a Microsoft chart where I already have some of the names. We gonna have Trevor Lawrence there already at the number 1 pick because everybody already knows that that's been announced. Now I didn't write Zach Wilson because that's the supposed pick, but nothing's pointing to that being confirmed as of yet. So with that being said, do you guys think Zach Wilson should be the number 2 pick or Justin Fields?
Of course, Zach Wilson. The Jets. Of course, they're gonna pick Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Jets. I got a good feeling they're going with Zach Wilson. Should they go with Zach Wilson? Probably not, but they will.
Yeah,
and a question to not get into Zach Wilson. So if they don't pick Justin Fields, where does he fall?
I think it's the 49ers. Personally.
I think they take Mac Jones before they take him.
Same.
I think my thing is, like, Kyle Shanahan's going to look at Justin Fields' skill set and be like, yo, this kid can make our running game that I love so much even crazier. Like, they could pretty much run, like, a Ravens offense except better because they actually have people who could catch and make the plays for them, just like George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. I do think that Justin Fields will go 3. I just think they don't want to commit in case there's a trade that can come up and they feel like Justin Fields could fall. Then maybe they could like trade that 3 pick somewhere and make something crazy go down.
I feel like if they're sold on Mac Jones and they really want this guy, because that's all I've been hearing, like in all the mock drafts I look at, is that they're sold, like, they want Mac Jones. Why would you trade up for him? No other team other than maybe the Jets. I don't know. I don't see anybody else really in that first, 10 to 15. Maybe the Pats want a quarterback, maybe. But to trade it to number 3 for Mac Jones, I don't see it. I don't know.
I agree.
That's why I think they went Justin Fields, because Justin Fields all around, they've been talking about him maybe potentially being the number 2 pick. Why would you trade for Mac Jones knowing that the Falcons would be looking for a backup quarterback. So maybe they take a risk with Trey Lance, who I actually is gonna like be my next pick for them. I have Trey Lance going fourth because maybe they think to themselves, "Yo, we need to prepare ourselves because Matt Ryan might not be it next year if we're not looking good. We might have to just trade him." And there's been a lot of rumors about Julio Jones being traded. Now, why would you trade Julio Jones if you're not blowing it up? I could see the Falcons maybe trading back a little bit too, but I think if they stay, they go Trey Lance.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. But if they don't, I don't know. This is kind of an iffy pick. I'll let you go first on that one.
I'm going Kyle Pitts. Probably the best pick out of Trevor Lawrence. Kyle Pitts is a beast.
I was thinking Kyle Pitts too, because if he falls to number like 6 or 7, like that's not a good look because he's nasty, bro. Like
exactly.
I thought Kyle Pitts too, but like I said, I don't know. I feel like their real problem is the quarterback, and that's their big question mark. Or I can even see them going Patrick Surtain, the corner from Alabama, because that defense is horrible. But I think that defense is so bad that there's no point in even trying to fix that at this point. Like, you just worry about offense. And I do think that Trey Lance might be that thing of, Matt Ryan is looking like a little more shaky every year. So, but I do think Kyle Pitts on that offense is disgusting. But once I heard those Julio Jones rumors, I was like, I don't know if I do think to go with Kyle Pitts.
Could go either way.
Bengals.
Let's let Ethan start off that one.
We picking Penei Sanu, the best O-line out there right now. Because damn if we don't need protection for Joe Burrow.
And I am 100,000% in agreement with Ethan. You guys clearly need to fix the offensive line after what we saw happen to this poor man's knee.
Yeah, exactly. And add me to that list too.
Now the Dolphins. This is where it gets interesting. What do you guys think? Because I don't know. That might be the first team that goes defense, but they got Xavier Howard, and they got a pretty decent defense already. Do you think they go offensive line? Do they go receiver even though they got weapons? What are you guys thinking?
I'm going Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I was going to go Jamar Chase.
Word. And you know how high I was on Jamar Chase. I wanted the Jets, if they were keeping Sam Darnold, trade back and get Jamar Chase, but so much for that.
And at 7, it's not the Lions anymore, right?
I actually checked today. I don't know if that was updated all the way through. Double check that. Pretty sure it still is.
Let me check.
I'm actually going to go and say that the Dolphins will be picking up Jalen Waddle. I think that Jamar Chase and Devontae Parker are very similar, and they need a player that has speed, and they're comparing this kid to Tyreek Hill. And I think that's going to be the one team that everybody looks at and says, what in the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, so 7 now is the Patriots pick through the Lions.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so a trade did go down.
Guess so.
I never know that.
I don't know that either.
Whoa.
It says trade terms. Patriots received 2021 number 7 overall pick in the exchange for 2021 number 15 first round pick and second round number 46 pick in the 2022 round pick. So
I didn't even know that.
Oh.
Right?
Is this a projected trade? It says I ran this projected trade by a few executives. Okay, no, this is not real. Not real. Take that back.
I mean, in your defense, there is a lot of rumors though going around on what the Patriots are going to do and if they're going to trade the pick, if they're not, if they're going to trade it for a quarterback. So I don't blame you, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I read. I just thought it was that. So,
All right, so what happens next? Lions have the next pick. They just lost Kenny Golladay to the Giants. Who goes off the board next?
That's what I say, Jalen Waddle.
I was gonna say Waddle, yeah. Even though, bro, like side by side, I still think Waddle's the better receiver in my opinion. But
I think Jamar Chase is the best receiver in this draft, even though Devontae Smith won because Jamar Chase didn't play this year. Jalen Waddle though does offer that nasty speed that everybody looks at 24/7. So like I said, I do think Jalen Waddle might be that weird surprise at 6. And the Lions might actually go defense here because they did draft Jeff Okudah from Ohio State last year.
Mm.
So I think they're gonna go Patrick Surtain II and try to really have a nasty defense because they traded away Matthew Stafford. They're not gonna have offense, and defense is gonna have to win games now.
You're killing me because that's exactly what I was going to say for the Panthers.
My thing is, I don't think he falls down there because the Panthers, like, they already have Jeremy Chin, so I could see them taking Surtain if Jeremy Chin isn't on Jeremy Chin, if Jalen Waddle doesn't go to the Dolphins. That's a big if. And then, the Lions, I don't know. I think Lions like defense more because they already blew it up. Like giving up Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff is you blowing it up. Like you're just trying to win yourself some time at this point.
That's true too.
So you had Surtain going to the Panthers, Ethan?
Yeah, I feel like they need defense after the last year. They have plenty of offense.
Chris,
I got Surtain too, but I think he falls to I think he's gonna fall to the Broncos, and I think the linebacker from Penn State's gonna go to the Panthers. Parsons, Michael Parsons, right? They need a linebacker. Panthers definitely need a linebacker to side by side with the old boy, and that solidifies that defense if they do a move like that. If they go and get Surtain, that helps the secondary, but I don't know, dog. The way that defense was looking last year, I think you need a linebacker more than you need a secondary, but who am I?
That's fair.
And with that being said, since my player falls out a little bit, Jamar Chase goes here because the Panthers just got Sam Darnold, so you got a number one receiver, line him up with Robbie Anderson and see if, you can rejuvenize Sam Darnold. And if not, then, yeah, you still got Jamar Chase. So Chris got Broncos going with Patrick Surtain. Ethan, who you got next?
I got to be surprised because it's weird that he's going before Justin Field, but Trey Lance.
So you got Justin Field falling deep.
That's what always happens. Like you saw how far Lamar went down to the Ravens. Like this always happens.
This is when I think they go Mac Jones finally because Mac Jones, like I said, I feel like Mac Jones is a good system quarterback, but I don't think he's a game changer. Like you could throw him the playbook and say, "Here's the playbook." He's gonna run it nice for you, but I don't see him being that quarterback of "Holy crap, I'm gonna be sacked by 3 people. Let me find my way out of this." So I think that's when Mac Jones goes at 9 to the Broncos, and then we got the bum Cowboys who, I don't know. You guys take your pick. Sean Lee just retired, so I'll go first. I think they take the linebacker from Notre Dame. Can't really pronounce his name too well. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I think he comes next because they just had Sean Lee retire. They need a linebacker, and best case scenario is right there. Don't know if you guys agree. Don't know if you guys disagree.
I mean, I agree, but I would switch it up. I would pick Jace Horn.
Jace Horn. I literally. So he's the next best defensive player I think that's available in my draft. So I'm going with him.
Word.
And they need help in the secondary, just as any other team does, and they suck regardless. So,
Oh no, that Cowboys defense was the worst in the league last year. I really do think they're going defense regardless here because offense they're fine. They got Zeke. I might see them go offensive line because they need to revamp the offensive line a little bit more. But yeah, offense.
Primary has to be defense, bro. I don't know. I feel like knowing them, they'll probably go offensive line, but you got to address that defense, bro.
Agreed.
Yeah, badly. I actually like our draft. I think you two are probably closer on the fence. I'm more of on the upset side of weird things going on because I feel like every year there's just that weird moment. Like look at Justin Jefferson last year where the Vikings were literally laughing at the Eagles for taking Rager over Justin Jefferson. So I do think that Jalen Waddle is going to be that weird pick because Devontae Parker, Jamar Chase, in my opinion, are like the exact same player almost in the sense of being aggressive on the catch and stuff and being able to move at that size.
That is crazy because Devontae Smith is just going towards down. Just crazy. He's still a tough player. I know.
Guys. So.
Can we talk about how Justin Fields is not in this top 10 at all? Other than
he's in mine,
Daniel?
But it happens every year, though. Like, you guys are projecting it in the sense of what happens every year to the black quarterback, unfortunately, is it going to transition? They can only run. And nobody really talks about, the actual negatives of the game of why he can't go. It's more of he relies too much on the run. He might not be too good at college than the NFL compared to college. And you guys are doing the more realistic route. I believe that the 49ers will look at his running and look at it as a bright spot and be like, yo, we can definitely utilize this to the max. So, I don't know. You guys give me your take on why he's dropping out. Chris, who wants to start? Why is Justin Fields falling out? Nah, you good.
You can go first.
I'm gonna say the same thing you said. Like these quarterbacks go down when they're not supposed to, off stupidish because they just talk about his stock. Like it makes no sense to me because like everybody's saying he's top 3 and he's not top 3.
Yeah, I think honestly any team in the first, I don't know, maybe first 7 teams need a quarterback. I would even say the Bengals. I would include the Bengals in there. So, I don't know. Like, I understand that Kyle Pitts understand the need to go for wide receiver, but like you said, it's just they tend to fall for that exact reason. People don't think they can last in the NFL. The running quarterback, they don't think that they have the arm strength, which he does have the arm strength. You saw it in the national championship. He was throwing the ball being hurt. He was throwing the ball hard being hurt. Like, so
I mean, you guys know my pick at number 2 for the Jets as a Jet fan. It was always Justin Fields. I do believe Zach Wilson's like a good quarterback, but like I said, I just don't like the whole Patrick Mahomes comparison thing because that puts a crazy amount of pressure on him. But I do believe Justin Fields is the third best, second best quarterback. And, from 1 to 4 debatable because they do have Matt Ryan, but how long is that going to stay like that? 5, I mean, the Bengals got Joe Burrow, and I guess you want to see how he comes back from injury. And like Chris is saying, in a sense, you don't want to lose your chance at a quarterback in case Joe Burrow comes back and he's not the same because it's a knee injury. Let's keep it a stack. Dolphins, I've heard they're like all in on Tua. There's other people that don't believe they are. Lions need a quarterback. Panthers need a quarterback. Broncos need a quarterback. Like, I think from 1 to 9, you could look, and it's going to be that situation that everybody looks back and says, why didn't the Broncos take them? Why didn't the Panthers take them? Why didn't the Lions take them? And it's just going to be a recipe for disaster when we're looking back and Justin Fields gets picked like 15th.
I'm going to say the complete opposite, though. Like, Lions just got Jared Goff. They believe in him somehow.
Jared Goff?
They believe in them. I'm not saying
they probably didn't believe in him. They probably just had to like take him and be like, "Fuck, all right, we'll take him with all the picks, whatever."
I mean, the Rams did make it to the finals one year with him. I mean, he's not totally horrible. Then you got Panthers who just acquired Sam Darnold, so they're just focusing on the.
He's on a 1 year. Remember that. He's on a 1 year.
Give me like 2 minutes, guys.
Take your time. We good. We just
Right back.
real quick.
Because come on, Sam Darnold, they chose him for a reason. They traded him for a reason. They believe in him.
Fair enough, but like I said, he's on a 1 year. Like you want to rely on. That's like saying y'all gonna pass up on John Morant because we got Derrick Rose. Like you're not gonna pass up on a talent like John Morant. Like you can bring him along slowly, and then if you see Derrick Rose is breaking apart, you bring him in. And to put it back into the football perspective, if Sam Darnold's only there for a year, and you don't think it's worth it, you still got Justin Fields sitting there, and you could be like, all right, let's just bring you in. Because that's the same thing happened with Tua and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick did not look bad, but they were like, yo, at this point, if we're going to lose games, let's lose with Tua so we can learn. You feel me? Like, I don't know what you think about that, but.
No, that I actually agree. Let's lose games with Tua because Ryan Fitzpatrick was going off in the beginning.
But I do feel you. Like, you did trade all of that for Sam Darnold. Why draft the quarterback? Actually helped Sam Darnold because, the Jets were so great at helping him, clearly, the last few years. But that's here the new there. What about the Broncos? I mean, they got, what's this kid, Drew Lock. But is anybody really sold on Drew Lock?
No, Broncos need a quarterback. See, that's when I see it from there on. From the Broncos, the Patriots, so they need quarterbacks.
Are the Patriots going to trade up? I mean, you just saw Chris's trade projection. I heard they might trade with the Panthers.
I mean, when do they ever trade up, though? Like, I will want them to trade up for a quarterback, but when do the Patriots ever trade up for a player?
When do they ever spend money? And look at this year.
That's true, too. That's hard. That organization is very hard now that Tom Brady's gone. I have no clue.
And my thing is, do they really want Justin Fields? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Do they want Justin Fields or Trey Lance? Because Trey Lance is still in that top 5 perspective. You saw him going with the Falcons, but I like you said, Justin Fields top 3 in this whole draft, and he might just get disrespected and get dropped down.
I mean, Justin Fields, if anything, his closest comparison might be a smaller Cam Newton, in all honesty. Like, when it comes to that play style in that play system, so it might work out for him. Trey Lance, the only reason I got him going forward is he's a project, so that works out for the Falcons perfectly because you don't have to start him right now. He learns under Matt Ryan, and then, you put his talent to use. So I feel like that could be, like, a great opportunity for them. Do I think they're going to do that? Probably not. They might go Kyle Pitts. And even then, I thought about the Dolphins taking Kyle Pitts, but I was like, they got Gesicki. I think they like Gesicki. Like, I don't see them losing an opportunity on a Jalen Waddle who can run outfield.
I agree. 100% agree.
It's going to be a weird draft. I already know this is going to be all off, besides maybe 1. Because even at 2, I'm still not fully sold that they're doing Zach Wilson yet.
I agree. I hope they shock everybody and they just draft Justin Fields.
I doubt it because he already talked to some former Jets, so that's already a lock. But it is what it is. I'm not too mad about the pick. Draft is Thursday night. I know me and you are going to be very excited because we are both in the top 5. The Jets have a few more picks. Hopefully, that second pick that we have goes to Travis Etienne from Clemson. Would love to see it, but I doubt they're going to do it.
Yeah. That I'm curious because you got the 23 pick, so that can go either way. Go defense or offense, depending how they feel.
And I've been seeing a whole lot of rumors about us trading up too.
I can see it. I can definitely see it because there's some teams that will trade back. I don't feel like the Raiders or like the Cardinals might trade back. Maybe.
They might, because, I mean, what do the Cardinals really need? They already have everything on lock on offense pretty much. They got James Conner that you just signed. If he's not too good, they got what's the backup that they had last year doing this thing behind Kenyon Drake? That he was pretty decent on fantasy.
Chase Edmonds?
Yes, they got Chase Edmonds. They got Benjamin who's a rookie. They got options. So I personally think that they might trade back. The Raiders, I don't see trading back. The Raiders need every and anything.
Fair enough.
Which pick do the Raiders have?
17.
They might even trade. That might be a shock team that trades up. If they don't believe in Derek Carr, it really just depends on his contract, though.
True. That depends on that. Because it's funny, right after the 10 is the Giants, so they're staying. Everybody else is on the fence. I don't know. That middle section from 12 to 20, anybody can trade. It's a bit weird draft, like you said. It's a bit weird draft.
Yeah, because, all right, so look at mine, right? Kyle Pitts is not even in the top 10. I could see the Cowboys even going Kyle Pitts, honestly. But that defense is so terrible that they need help on the defense. But it's like it's a weird draft. For the first time ever, 1 through 10 is in dire need of almost everything. So
that's the crazy thing for me. 1 to 10 knows what it needs.
And that's the thing. It's not even like they need one thing and they're good. Like the 49ers that one year that they had mad injuries and they just so happened to get that top pick. This year is literally the Jets need a whole team, except maybe wide receiver, and even then, debatable. The Jaguars need everything. The Falcons need stuff because everybody has question marks on that team. The 49ers need offense. The Bengals need offense and defense. The Dolphins need some offensive pieces here and there and defense. The Lions need everything. The Panthers need everything. The Broncos need everything, and the Cowboys just need a whole defense.
The 3 teams I feel like should win out of the first round should be you guys, the Jaguars, and the Dolphins. Both got 2 picks in the first round.
Word.
The Dolphins got 6 and 18. Wow.
Yep. I mean, granted, they did have the 3 before, so that would have been even crazier. But
True.
It's going to be an interesting draft, man. We're in for a good one. I think this is going to be the first year we see a lot of trades, a lot of surprises, a lot of question marks. It's going to be crazy. It really is going to be a crazy draft, and I'm mad excited.
I agree.
Word. So then we're going to have to just wait till Thursday.
We might be on IG Live, I'm not going to lie. We might have to just be surprised and just watch this whole thing.
Yeah, we might have to watch 1 through 5 and then get on at 11.
I agree.
Guys.
All right. 10 minutes.
Hear me?
Yeah, you good. Yo, we got 10 minutes left. Let's get into this quick. The New York Knicks streak is over. We're not going to have a lot of Knicks talk. We've been talking so much about the Knicks over this 9-game stretch. We're going to cut down on it for Ethan until they win Wednesday, and then we'll be back on Friday talking about the Knicks again. Ethan, are you surprised? Are you like, damn, they actually kept up with the Suns?
Chris Paul was hitting so much BS. It was I couldn't believe it. Like that free throw mid range that he hit, all the way back here and still made it. It was just a surprise to me.
We went toe to toe with the second best team in the league. Can't complain. We're coming off a 9-game winning streak. No one expected us to win. We were by 15 at one point. Without Mitchell Robinson, without Alec Burks, who are 2 vital pieces that no one's gonna hear us out about, but they really are vital pieces. And I can't complain, man. The Knicks are really exceeding expectations. They're still in 4th place after the Hawks lost, after the Heat lost. We're going to hold our destiny to the end of the season a lot more because we play the Celtics, we play Charlotte, we hold the tiebreakers over the Hawks. So we're in for a good one. Ethan, your team got mollywopped last night, completely washed by the 76ers. Have you heard anything, bro? Can you keep us posted? What's going on here?
We're tanking. That's it.
I know you guys are tanking, but is there something that people are saying you guys are tanking for? Is there a pick you're taking for? Is there?
We have 34 draft picks. We're taking just a tank at this point.
Have you heard who they might take?
We have absolutely no clue what we're doing, honestly. All we know, we're drafting somebody.
Jalen Suggs, Kate Cunningham. Are they combining somebody with Shy? Are they going to trade Shy at some point to just blow everything up to the floor?
At this point, we're guaranteed top 5 pick, and we got the Rockets pick, so we're looking good either way. Well, no clue what we're doing.
All right, well, we're gonna keep the basketball stuff short today, just because MLB's been very popping. Trevor Bauer and Fernando Tatis Jr. going back and forth on social media. How you guys feel about that? You think it's good for the sport? You think it's bad for the sport? They're kind of talking about how Tatis did the, Conor McGregor after hitting a home run off of Bauer. How you guys feeling about that?
I love it. I like it. Glad to see baseball's entertaining. I know we had talked about this months ago before even baseball started. Oh. But months before even baseball started, and it's good to see baseball. See some action like this. You see it in basketball. You see it in football all the time. Like, it's good to have some beef. It's good to have some entertainment. That's why people love the WWE. It's the entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
And people was out here, talking about Trevor Bauer was out here like, yeah, if you're a pitcher, you complain about it. You're soft. That was my favorite takeaway from all of this. MLB got to stop being so soft. It's like I forgot who was talking about it. Max Kellerman, I think it was. I heard like something about him talking about it. He said like baseball was a predominantly white sport back then, and like it's supposed to be like a respectful game. Like it's a different time, bro. Dominicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, we all play different, bro. We talk so much garbage when it comes to baseball. Like people just gotta adapt. Like it's different cultures coming within one. Like I think it's time to just throw out the old stuff and just let the culture take over.
And I mean, that's like the argument in almost every sport, especially like basketball, football. Like, oh, these are upstanding sports, and sportsmanship is great. Well, that's cool if you're teaching 16-year-olds. These are grown men, bro. Let them talk their shit. Let them play the game. You know what I'm saying? They all know what they're doing. So, you know what I'm saying?
Word. Chris, I pulled up the standings real quick. Yo, Yankees are 9-13 right now. I know you're not ready to hit the panic button. I'm a little concerned. I'm not even gonna lie. That pitching is very bad. It's a lot worse than I think people projected in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, same. That pitching, I don't know, dog. And even the bats, I don't know. I haven't seen too much, of the bats either.
Runs scored 77, runs allowed 87. The Yankees have the second worst runs scored besides the Detroit Tigers right now in the American League.
And they've got one of the best lineups in the league.
And the third worst in the entire league behind the Nationals, too, who've only scored 62 runs. Only played 19 games, granted, but yeah.
No, I think if it streaks past like 30 games, like we got to get concerned. We're at the 22 mark. Yeah. Give it, this next week, if, we don't see a little streak, we'll get a little concerned.
Word. Ethan's back, so it's time to talk Mets, 9-8. They've only played 17 games, and they almost have as many runs scored as the Yankees. They're only 20 runs behind them, with 5 less games. Ethan, how you feeling about the Mets, bro?
Honestly, I'm loving how the Mets are playing this year. Again, the hitting's not as good, but it's good enough. DeGrom has been killing it.
Disgusting.
I'm just happy how it is right now at the moment, even though we only play 17 games.
Must be nice to have your team doing decent, huh?
Look, it's every year that the Yankees are doing better than Mets. We gotta appreciate at least 1 year out of the 20 years we do good.
Yeah, the underdogs of New York showing up. Who would have thought? Maybe the Jets can keep it going. Is there any real surprises right now in the MLB? I mean, I'm not really surprised by much.
Not really.
I mean, the most shocking. Maybe the Nationals at 8-11. Maybe the Phillies at 11-11. I mean, the Phillies are pretty good, granted, but the Nationals maybe being a team that won a World Series not too long ago.
The A's winning streak before was kind of crazy to me. I think they was winning like 12 straight or like 11 straight.
Yeah, I think the AL West is definitely a surprise. You got, like Ethan was saying, Oakland at 15-8. Who would have thought? Seattle 13-10. Who would have thought? The Rangers 9-14. Astros 11-11. I mean, no one cares about the Astros. They can kick rocks. And you got the Angels at 11-10. So, I'm gonna say that's my surprise. The AL West, because I was not projecting the AL West to be with some of the better records and be in the middle of the pack record-wise with all these different people.
Agreed.
Thanks.
But, we're going to have to see what goes on. We'll be on here tomorrow talking about the dunks for Reselling 101. And just different things we want to talk about through there. And we'll be back on Friday giving our takes on our draft and if we were horribly off, if we were anywhere near, and if we're happy about the picks that our team went through with.
Thanks.
It'll be fun.
Word. So with that being said, guys, we'll probably be blowing each other's phones up for the next few days as we keep getting more news, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.